She is married. Start a new life. Spend your life with the man you love. Thought. Her best friend poisoned her coffee. And that captured all of her dreams. Today's case. One of the most notorious cases in Indonesia. Indonesia is located right on the equator. It is the largest military in the world. There's 17,000 of them on the ground. Its capital, Jakarta, is also an educational center. And the population is over 1,000.
是一个超级大城市，同时也是亚洲最适合夜生活和购物的城市之一。
The protagonist of the case, Mona Yu. Born on March 30, 1988 in Beijing. The same child was born to her twin sister, Sandy. Sister in the journey of Chenju. I had a very happy childhood. At the age of 10. And Mona was having a lot of fun. So that she could get a better education. The family will definitely send her to the outside world. So this is 2007. Mona, as an international student. Heading to Sydney in Australia. To Sydney. Mona, who is not familiar with the place, longs for some friends who were with me from Indonesia. And pretty soon she was killing Honey, Ellie, and Jessica. 4% of girls who self-report to others. Became a good friend of the warehouse. Together at the University of Sydney. 4 years goes by fast. Exciting life. The girls are working together. So we all went off to the west. So Sika stayed in school. She has become a permanent resident of Australia. And the other 3% of the girls together. Back to her ancestry, Indonesia. 3 years in 2014. Mona will definitely return to Sydney again. Restore the previous life. At the end of the paragraph. She went off and stayed. Sika working in Sydney. People change with the passage of the moon. It has been 20 years. Girls aren't as friendly as they used to be. Mona and Vasika, who haven't done it in years. Exciting mood, good to eat at a family. Scattered in the middle. Because Mona doesn't like Sika's boyfriend. She broke up with him. This really pissed off Sika. The warehouse has finished eating. And so she went to Mona and she did that. One time. The beginning of humanity. Mona was notified and Sika returned to the army. And he was in Suzuka in Sydney. Has been suffering from various grinding. The following year. She was suddenly plunged into a world of depression. 5 hospitalizations a year. And failed many times. It's only been a year. She started drinking too much. August 22, 2015 at 2:20 am. This is Psychane, drunk, speeding. Accidentally crashed into a house. However, life is in danger. But it also cost him a lot. And it didn't just break one of his ribs. Just trauma. I ordered him the wrong money. Family and friends soon found out. Sika felt very sorry. And it's even worse. 4 months after the event was born. She was fired by the company. Same here. Back to Mona. Though Sika was in exactly the opposite situation. Her business is thriving. And her boyfriend's boyfriend is also rising gradually. To the point of marriage. November 2015. This is the week that Sika came out. Mona and her boyfriend are in Bali. It was a romantic marriage. All the brides and grooms. All my friends were invited to the wedding. But as one of Mona's best friends. 1. Sika did not receive an invitation. Because of the noise in Sydney. Sika has never apologized. There is no owner. Mona's really raw. He seems to be deliberately keeping a distance from her. And Sika's life was getting worse and worse. She didn't just give birth. Lost work. Good friends also left her. You can't bear it yourself. More hits. Sika's wants to go. The most expensive destination is Sydney. Return to Indonesia. Escape all the mess. End of 2015. Take Sika to Sydney and return to Indonesia. Return to Jakarta for a few days. So Sika took Mona. She asked if Mona would like to buy noodles. Let's have a cup of coffee together. Mona is a little depressed. She didn't really want to meet Jessica. Her husband was able to add another friend. So their mutual friend, Haney, was invited. 3 people good January 6th at 5 p.m. 1 at the Jakarta Heritage Center. Coffee noodles with hot business. What is different from their previous meetings is Sika suddenly suggested that she should go first. Give everyone good information in advance. But Mona and Honey refused. They are here. Wait until everyone arrives and then place an order together. But Sika has been holding. She has a very strange watch. No, the weird thing is that it doesn't stop there. Around 3:30 p.m. on the first day of the meeting. Sika arrived a half an hour early for coffee. If there is a store, the control will capture it. She walks in front of the coffee shop. I sat down again and checked the difference. And then he stands up and walks into the coffee shop. 42 minutes. Sika is back. So she's carrying 3 bags in her hand. There's a little bit of soap in each bag. It's the grocery store she bought next to the coffee shop. In the next minute, it will be shipped. Sika is at the coffee shop and 4 is walking. Suspicious looking at the store. Walls and ceilings. Seems to be looking for the angle of the image. Until for 15 p.m. The meeting will be completed in 45 minutes. This is Sika Mona. Got a Vietnamese-sized coffee. Then he ordered a cup with himself and Haney. Sika's behavior is so strange. Arrive more than 1 hour in advance and step on the restaurant. 45 minutes in advance, a friend will buy a good product. What does she want? In the next 10 years. Sika put 3 bags on the table. There is a block like a block. He stuck the product in front of her. It's easy to be suspicious. Sika wants to be. Do the handwork under the cover of some bags? I don't know if it was intentional or accidental. He sat in a corner-controlled seat. No, the image is blurry. And I got Sika and I did a bunch of stuff on the table. Stingray. At 5:16 p.m., the goods were placed in advance. 50 points on the table. Mona and Honey are out of order. Everyone hugged Sika before they sat down. 1 point. Mona took a sip of Vietnamese-iced coffee. 1 second. She started slapping it with her hands. Cough. Complaining about a cup of coffee? The taste is weird. And she built Sika and Honey. But they refused. Less than 1 point. Mona started to slowly tilt. The whole person collapsed on the seat. And then something more terrifying happened. He convulses. White bubbles come out of the mouth. Coffee workers and bystanders. The customer is not interested in the situation. Immediately rely on the warehouse to help him. And wait. The people in Ho have clearly noticed that there is no problem. Because Sika and Haney were there the whole time. And people began to wonder whether or not they were there. What's in Mona's coffee? The old coffee shop quickly reversed. He took Mona's coffee first. Warehouse. Submit to the police. Just in case. Mona was rushed nearby. Hospital treatment a mile away. But unfortunately, she died during the delivery. Mona's husband was rushed to the hospital immediately. But he doesn't get the best side of his wife. The person has been separated. The local police did an investigation on the day Mona died. The cafe handed out 10 cups of Vietnamese-iced coffee. But the 10% don't. No adverse reactions. Fortunately, the old coffee shop has been saved. It happened that Mona was drinking that cup of coffee. The police took the rest first. Coffee is sent to the French warehouse. After 3 days, the results of the law will be announced. Coffee noodles contain poison that can kill people. The thorn is, there is an order in the warehouse showing that there is an order for coffee. Sika the first one to jump out of the box. There was poison in the coffee. Seems like she knew it was poisoned. January 10, 2016. Mona died 4 days later. Disclosure of the results of the law. Her abdomen was bleeding brightly. The one from the coffee. The symptoms of the virus are exactly the same. The police took the suspect from the coffee shop. Check the situation. They soon noticed that Vishka was. This was before, in a strange way. They assigned her as the first suspect. The exhibition did an extensive inspection. The Indonesian police have learned that. She's an Australian citizen. I am very sorry that she will suddenly escape to the outside world. So the acceleration is detrimental too. This is from Sika. After 26 days on file. The police arrested Izika on suspicion of murder. June 15th of the 4th month. The court heard 30 cases. In the courtroom, the police inspector showed him that Sika was the supervisor of the Sydney job market. This is the director, and this is Sika. Intense jealousy and hatred of wealth. He said that Sika had sued him. I know how to poison people. Supervisors were also threatened by Sika. The Australian police have charged Indonesia. The police shared what they knew. And that includes Vishka. 4 self-reported reports. There is no threat made by her previous colleagues. And then her ex-boyfriend mentioned it to her. A charge of destroying personal belongings. Since the last case was in the field, it caused a huge impact. This was Sika's court. It's a big surprise for the public. During the courtroom period, her lawyer was provided by the Australian police. People who work in private houses. The most important prosecutor put the weight on the control film. This is the control of the coffee shop that showed Sika. The whole journey of the hotel to Shizamona. He not only stepped in advance. You picked the blind seat. Deliberately ordered the product in advance. Fake product. Then use a bag to cover up the poisoning process. There's no reason to buy Mona's coffee. And here's the puzzle. Mona passed away. Sika in all public. All smiles. I don't have a watch for pain. I'm sorry, it's the best. This case is missing the wrong one. The first thing is, there are people who can't see. Sika poisoned Mona's coffee. It's not a police investigation. Sika once threw away her last coat. And the other thing that's missing is, law mastery Sika is. How did you get this poison? This is the same everywhere in the world. They're very affordable. It's not coffee-based. Shadows and important peoples. And provided by the Australian police. This is a good example of Sika. The court made a fair ruling. October 27, 2016. The district court declared that Sika. Mona was convicted. Sentenced to 20 years in prison. Indonesia does not have the death penalty. But that was 20 years for Sika. The wrong person's hand is wrong. Is the warehouse too expensive? Guan Mona's family and the people of the land are not rich. But the presiding judge said, how old is Sika? Ability to reform. 20 years of incarceration. See the most cases. Will you be curious with me? Sika, what's your best friend's story? It's because Mona's life is worse than hers. Yes, she was invited to Mona's wedding. Or maybe she doesn't want to live anymore. The back of a human being, according to the normal price, may never guess what she's thinking.